Concerns, I will say, in a way, we're in a good situation because there are some owners who felt that we just frankly don't need to expand. So they didn't necessarily see concern with going forward, but we felt we're in a very solid place with the 30-team league we have now. I think they're Seattle and Las Vegas, in terms of their history and support of NBA basketball, are unique in terms of available markets in the U.S. right now. No knock on any other markets. Those are just the markets we're focused on. So I think there was a discussion about, of course, dilution economically and dilution talent-wise. And I think there was a presentation by Paul Taubman and others at the league office about what the implications are by, if you're always a reminder when you expand, you're selling equity in the existing league. So, for example, if partners share in 1/30th of national television revenue or 1/30th of international opportunities. Now, if you expand by one team, it's 1/31st or 1/32nd with two teams. So there's that straight economic analysis. There's also potential dilution of talent. I mean, if your goal as an NBA owner ultimately is to win a championship, no matter how well managed your team is, if there are two more teams out there, number one, you're presumably going to lose some talent to those teams, but also it's harder to compete to win a championship if there's 32 teams than if there's 30. So again, I wouldn't put that in the category of concern. It more went in the category of considerations. But it's also why, just to make that distinction, we didn't announce today we are expanding. We announced that we're exploring expanding. And part of exploring expanding means, I mean, one, of course, there's the economic implications of what's the value of that franchise. Those four franchises will ultimately be determined by the market, and then the league has to make an assessment whether it's then worth it to go forward at those valuations. But I think they care a lot about who their potential partner or partners might be, and then particular situations in each market, like what arena would we play in, or, you know, what are plans? Are people looking at other arenas? All those things are part of the consideration set. So the discussion today and in the meetings leading up today went more to, all right, what are all the factors that we'll look at? And then ultimately, the view is you could explore expansion more softly by just having conversations, but certainly it was my view and others that we owe it to these markets to be transparent and to be more formal with our approach to that, so that everybody feels they have a fair shot. There's an investment banker, there's people at the league office working on this, and so if you are interested, and I'll say that now to people who may be listening or watching this, if you're interested, call the league office, call PJT Partners directly in New York. And just want to make sure everybody understands there's been no handshakes on the side, there's been no commitments, there's been no promises to anyone. This is a completely transparent process. Nothing is set in stone right now. You asked me another part of the question, what timeline? As I said before, our goal was in 2026 to resolve this issue one way or the other. So my timeline, we weren't so specific with the board, is that we need to know by the end of this calendar year what it is we're doing. It may not be that, every I is dotted, but that would be our goal this year.